Good morning, students. Welcome back to Java. Let's wait for another 2 to 3 minutes and then we'll start. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Entra? Kartikeya, audible now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Let's start the session. Minutes, students. Okay. String tokenizer we discussed, which divides the strings into pieces. Scanner, which takes the data. Calendar gives the date. Date class gives this date. Random generates random numbers. Next thing is two other functions. So two other classes are there. One is formatter, other one is bit set. And after this, we'll be going with tree set, tree map. And then we'll be going with one more thing like properties. Only 4 things. If possible, we'll discuss 4 things. Okay, fine. Very simple thing, right? Try to understand it. Format is nothing but just like how we used printf. Do you know about scan code conversions and formatting our input and output in what C language?
Yes, sir.
Scan code conversions. Anyone scan code conversion? Can anyone say anyone scan code conversion? We can specify some valid and invalid characters in C language.
Caret backslash n.
Yes. What happens if you take caret backslash n?
When we come across backslash n in scanner, then reading will be terminated.
Yeah. And there is something in what that only when we are reading a string, if string contains this characters, then only we are in a position to read that particular string. We can do this. Is it possible? We can specify valid characters. We can specify invalid characters. A to B, we can specify. A to Z, we can specify, and those things we can read. If apart from that, if you get any other thing, it won't be done. Okay, like that, the things will be there in what C language. The same way, your Java is also providing what formatter. We'll be using it very, very rarely. This formatter, what it does is this class provides a support for layout, justification, alignment, common formats for numeric strings, date and time, what specific output. Okay, locate a specific output. Locate a specific output. So like that, we can do some justifications if you need some spaces or if you need a specific number of digits after decimal point. Then we can make use of this formatter. And in this formatter class contains a method called formatter. And with the help of this formatter, what we are going to format the thing as per our requirement. We are going to print the thing as per our requirement. And how we are going to print and how we are going to do that, I will be coming up with one simple example so that. Yeah. Sorry, students. Suddenly, internet got disconnected. So I went to admin. Okay. So with one simple example, we'll be discussing clearly how we are going to do formatting and all. So make a note of this. We are using it very rarely. If requirement is that, then only we'll be going with that. Make a note of this, and then we'll be going with one simple program after that bit set. Completed? Respond. Prashant, how you became host?
ఇందాక మీరు లెఫ్ట్ పోస్ట్ అయ్యారు.
Way. You leave the meeting and join again.
పోస్ట్ చేశాను సార్ మిమ్మల్ని.
Okay. How you got that permission?
యాక్చువల్గా వినయ్కి వచ్చింది సార్, వినయ్ నన్ను చేసింది.
Vinay, how you got it?
పోస్ట్ లీవ్ అయితే ఏదో ఒక పార్టిసిపెంట్
చదవకూడదు అని రాస్తారా?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
ఏంద్రాది క్లాస్ నేమ్ ఏంటి? ఫార్మాట్. Fine. See here, we created formatter, and with the help of format specifiers, we are trying to do it. See, format f dot. So we created formatted object, and then with the help of this format function, what I'm doing is I'm formatting this 123. So percentile plus 123. 123 percentile plus 123. So when I print this f, I used to get plus 123. I used to get what? Plus 123. So let's compile this Java space demo formatter dot Java, and then Java space -cp. And you might be getting, sir, if what minus 123 is there means, then what will be getting? See, just we will be getting plus 123. Suppose what I'm going to do is I'm going to take here as minus 123. Minus 123. So what happens here? Plus into minus, that gives us minus. Finally, when you print this f, will be getting minus 123 over there. Minus 123 over there. Okay. Fine. Suppose if you are taking here minus, then what will be getting? Are we getting minus into minus plus? No, it's generating an exception over there. Generating an exception. We were not supposed to take minus. Okay, so only plus is allowed. So here if you have minus means plus into minus, it gives us what? Minus. Is it clear, this first one, how to use format function? Just we'll be taking the data as one argument, and and the first argument we are specifying in what format the data has to print. And generally this format function, the first parameter is going to be string, and that string is going to take something like a first percentile symbol, followed by some flags over there, followed by some flags like plus symbol, and some other symbols are there. Some symbols it is going to take plus opening parenthesis, And then what comma, like many things are there. We'll be discussing it. Flag, it will take after that type. What type that you are going to specify that. That means, for example, we are taking here plus can be considered as flag. After that, the format specifier. That means if you want to do it integer, then we'll be going percentile. If you want to go with float, then we'll be going with percentile. Character means we'll be going with what? A C. That means this percentile followed by some symbol followed by what? The value. What value? That format specifier that we need to take over that. Okay. So this is the first thing. Now next thing is, again I'm recreating an object. Again I'm creating an object C. Again I'm creating same object. New object I'm going to take for new, same reference I'm using, but I'm creating new object. New formatter is equal to is assigned to F. After that, F dot format, I'm going to take here percentile opening parenthesis D minus 123. So the meaning of this is, what happens is when you print this F, what happens is you will be getting this 123 like this. You are getting this 123 like this. Suppose if you take plus, then what happens? It doesn't use any places for plus. If you take here plus 123, it doesn't use any places for plus 123. See here, for first thing is we'll be getting plus 123 of minus 123. Sorry. After that, opening and closing parenthesis 123, and then here 123 followed by this 123. Why we are getting like this means it was appended. It was appended. Again, we need to create one more object over here. Then you will be getting the new fresh one. See. Okay. So one more object I created. Again, you will be getting a fresh one. See, now this time you'll be getting opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis 123, and then what 120. Okay. Okay. For negative numbers, you will be getting parenthesis and what sign was removed. And for positive numbers, you will not be getting anything. You will not be getting anything over there. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now, if you want to make commas, if you want to give comma, suppose I would like to print this thing, that is units, tens, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh. Now, generally what happens is for three digits, we'll be getting what? The things. So if you want to place the comma, then between this percentile and then D will be taking what? Comma over there. We'll be taking comma over there. And by default, it will take the comma for that particular number. And how it takes C. So 423 comma and then 1020, right? Suppose in the program, what we'll be doing is we'll try to increase the numbers. Again, 3 digits are increased. That means here you'll be getting comma. After that, here you'll be getting comma. Okay, like that it will be. And the next thing is, F equal to new formatter and then F dot formatter, 20 D 102423. The meaning of this is it takes 20 spaces from right. It takes 20 spaces from right and then prints this D. Prints what? This D. Okay, 20 spaces from right and then what? It prints D. Suppose if you take here minus, we can't do that, just left side ki vellipotunnadi. Munduku ellali, actually akkade kanipistundi. So what displays there itself, where the cursor is pointing, even though if you take minus 20. Okay, and it goes behind that screen, but it's not going. If you take here 20 plus 20 means it takes 20 spaces from left to right. Left to right, take 20 spaces and prints it. And the same thing, suppose if you want to print 0.3 and after decimal point, suppose it is a floating point number and you have something like this and you are taking here F means, then what happens? It takes 20 spaces and then 3 digits it prints. It takes 20 spaces first and then it prints what? 3 digits. Okay, it prints what? 3 digits, right? So the next thing is we can format strings also, like f dot format of yes I taken. After that percentile n means it goes with a new line, and then what Kranti followed by what percentile n means again new line, and then what I think if you print this, then we'll be getting each and every word in a one line, each and every word in one line. We are given spaces wantedly over here. That's the reason we got space over here. That's the reason we got space over here. Like that, many things are available in this. Not only this, what I shown, these are few examples, but many things are available. You can search on the net. We find the different formatters, but we are not going to use that formatters anywhere. We are not going to use these things anywhere. Just given that whenever you are going to deal huge expressions and all, in that case we might be using it. But as per my knowledge, the importance of this is very less. Okay, so make a note of this program. Completed. The problem with internet. Make a note of this. Have you completed it?
Sir, screen is not visible, sir.
Screen is not visible for everyone or for only?
Now it's
ఇప్పుడు
visible.
వస్తుంది.
సార్ ఇప్పుడు వస్తుంది సార్
Screen
పోయింది.
is visible, sir.
Now.
No, sir.
Hmm?
Now
Now
it
it's
is
visible,
coming.
Available, sir.
Now are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Completed? Take this output. Completed, respond. Have you completed? Any one of you respond, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Right. So next thing is bit set. This is also what least thing, we are not going to use it much. But if you want to create an array of numbers, then we can go with array of bits. Then we can go with this bit set class. Bit set class creates a special type of array that holds bit values. The bit set array can increase in size as needed. And we can create this bit set object directly. It's an what normal class. And we can create this with initial capacity. Later we can increase the size of that bit set, and then what we can decrease also. And here we have some set of functions. Interspace size, it gives us the total number of bits available in that particular thing. Bit is nothing but a number. Boolean is empty, it checks whether bit set is empty or not. Void clear means it clears everything. Void space in clear int index means in a specific index it clears that particular number. And it clears from from one index to another index. And set means it is used to set index an appropriate thing. And boolean get means it gets thing presented at appropriate thing, appropriate index, what's the bit present, and that it will give us. And from what we can retrieve from one index to another index, one index to another index. Okay, one index to another index. So just make a note of this. Have you done with this? Have you written at least this part? No need to write methods and all. Respond up to this. Have you done?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So just I'm creating a bit set. BS1 is equal to new bit set. And after that, bit set BS2 is equal to new bit set of size I'm taking as 6, and bit set BS3 is equal to new bit set. 3 bit sets are taken here, and bit set is nothing but it consists of the numbers. That's it. So here we are adding with the help of set, we are adding the numbers. With the help of set, we are adding the numbers. That is BS1 dot set of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we are assigning values to BS set 2 like 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. And then we are going to print this BS1 and BS1 set. Now this is how we are going to print the things in BS1 and BS2. But we are going to add in BS3 somewhat different, and how we are going to add it, just see that. First of all, let's see the execute thing, how we'll be getting these things. Okay, like that we'll be getting the numbers over here, right? So let's try to do something here. BS3 is equal to BS1 plus BS2. Whether it is possible or not, let's see. I think we'll be getting an error. Yes. Bad operand types for binary operator. See here, what happens is we are going to add BS3. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So BS3 dot set of 10 comma true we are taken, 30 comma false we are taken, 100 comma true, and then 12 comma 20. So let's forget about this 12 comma 20. We'll discuss it later. Now let us focus on this. BS3 dot set 10 comma true, 30 comma true, 30 comma false, and 100 comma true. Now which elements will come into this BS3 means along with that we are taken one Boolean variable, Boolean value. So if Boolean value is are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine, fine. 1 minute. Okay. So this 10 comma true will be added, and then 100 comma true will be added, but 30 comma false will not be added because this 10 will be added. This 10
Sir, your voice not audible, sir.
okay. Some network issue, students. We are running on mobile hotspot here. BS3 dot set 10 comma true means this will be added, and then BS3 dot set of 30 comma false means this is not going to be added into our bit set, and this 100 comma true means this is going to be added. So this BS3 contains only two sets, two elements, that is 10 comma 100. Let execute this. So we got what 10 and then 100. We got 10 and 100. Now let's go with this instruction here. What's the thing of this set? See, set of 12 comma 20 means the meaning of this is it going to add the numbers starting from 12 to 19. 12 to 19. Already 10 is there, 30, 100 is there. Now again, what happens is it adds 12 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, these elements will be added into this BS3. These elements will be added into what? BS3. So where it will add, already we have 10 and 100 is there. Now after this 10, it starts adding from what 12, 20, like in ascending order only it will add. After 10, it will add 12 to what? 19, and then it shows what? 100. And then it shows what? 100. Let's compile this. So here 10 we got. Previously we got 10 and 100. Now we got 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 100. 18, 19, and then 100. Okay. So like this, we keep on what adding the things. So we can use what get method also. Where is that? Get of index we can use. Okay. Okay. So that's it. Just make a note of this program. You will not be getting much in this. Just very simple. It creates an array. That's it. Bit array. Make a note of this. Are you able to hear me properly?
Break out on sir voice.
Yeah. What I will do is I will turn off my video. One minute, I will be connecting to LAN. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay, fine. Okay. Completed. Response, students. Have you done with that?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So let's see what we are done. We discussed about all these things. Array list, linked list, has set, preset, priority queue, array queue, accessing array element via collection, accessing a collection via iterator, using an iterator for each loop alternative, and then we done with collection algorithms, and we discussed about introduction part. The left out thing over here is this map interfaces, and then legacy classes and interfaces. In that we already done with stack and vector, and the two things are there to discuss. And this arrays is also there. Arrays, it's nothing, very simple, that is. And coming to your utility classes, have you done with string tokenizer, respond,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
get set,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
date, calendar,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
random formatter, scanner? All these things we are done in today's session. So the left out things are going to be here: comparator, this array, legacy classes, introduction part, this dictionary, however, it is an interface, hash table, and then properties. Okay, these things are there to discuss. Now still we have 15 minutes or 13 minutes of time is there. So what we'll do is, I won't irritate you. We'll go with only one program over here, map interfaces and then classes, one program, and hash table if possible. Two programs we'll discuss, just like addition and then displaying, that's it. Apart from that, nothing will be there. So those or else one program we'll discuss, map interfaces and classes we'll discuss. One concept, one class we'll discuss, and we'll close the session. And what next session, what we'll be doing is, we'll be going with this legacy classes and interfaces, followed by comparator. Followed by what? A comparator. These things we'll be discussing in next session. Okay. I to understand listening 3 hours is very, very difficult. That too online mode. There is one fellow in the waiting room. Who is this? To whom you shared this? Hmm? ఎక్కడున్నారా ఇంకా మీరంతా? I will see with which mail ID he came. Might be he got frustration. Right. So what Kartikeya?
Nameless, sir.
Fine. So the map is nothing but here key value pair. Map is nothing but key value pair, and we have two interfaces, map and then sorted map. Sorted map means the elements is going to be arranged in what mapping is going to be in ascending order, and this contains mainly three classes: hash map, linked hash map, and then tree map. So all these things, hash map, linked hash map, and then tree map, the main theme is that to store the elements in key value pair. To store the elements in key value pair. All these three things are works for the same thing, but there is some differences that between what hash map, linked hash map, and then tree map. And what is the difference is that you can see the thing hash map, it doesn't maintains any order. Linked hash map, what it does, it maintains an order. And this tree map is taken or implemented from sorted map. So the elements in this tree map must be in what? Ascending order. Ascending order means with the least element will be placed as what? A first element. Okay, right. So the key points is that the map does not allows the duplicate values. Map does not allows duplicate values, but you cannot have but you can have what? Duplicate values. Map does not allows duplicate keys, but what you can have duplicate values. That means key value pair. Key should not be duplicate, but value can be what? Duplicated. Hash map and linked hash map allows null values, but tree map does not allows any null value, because it should be placed elements in sorting order. Does a map cannot be traversed just like how we are done by using iterator or by using linked list or array list, how we are done. That thing cannot be done with respect to what map. So what we need to do is we need to convert it into what? A set, using key set or entry set method, using key set or a entry set method. Right here, there we used add method in case of linked list, array list, DQ and all, will be using add method over there. But here we'll be using a method called put, and we'll be using a method called remove, and this method is just to delete an entry from the for the specified key value. And it gets, if you pass a key, then what get function gets that particular value or the object. So get method will be getting that particular what key.